a road trip. Been already on the road for about 4 hours. Got on the road about 4 a.m. Heading down to LA. Gonna be making a whole weekend of it. Gonna go visit some friends, Starzero included, and helping my friend sell his Marshall 100 watt 1981. Thing's killer. Sounds amazing. So I'm gonna be going meet up with the seller to sell that, and then my Kiesel's ready also. So I'm gonna go hopefully pick up my Kiesel, but we'll see. They might not be, they might be too busy to let me do that. If that's the case, it's no big deal. I just thought I'd go live real quick to see if anybody pop in here and just see, get a little road trip going, say what's up. My friend's Marshall's been fitted with different tubes, so it's got vintage tubes in it, and it has 6L6s. The thing sounds killer. It sounds really good. And even for 6L6s, they're big bottles, so I'm not exactly sure what kind of tubes they are. I mean, I know the Ruby tubes, but they're cool. Remind me of 5881s. I don't even know what I'm going to do in LA when I first get down there. We'll have to find out, because I'm getting down there early. I've had no traffic, which has been great, because I left at 4 in the morning. But it's been perfect. Starting to get a little bit of traffic, but nothing bad. Fresh air real quick. So on top of all that, I have a Mesa Badlander 50 coming next week. So that'll be a great way to break in my Kiesel, my new one. And my neighbors are gonna absolutely love me. I'll tell you that much. I'm gonna have some new friends. And I do truthfully think my video quality, or audio quality rather, is going to be much improved, because the Badlander has a USB out on the back, and it has a whole cap clone thing and all this. So I'm going to run just straight USB into my computer. It should sound really good. Everything I've heard online so far sounds really good. So that should be fun. That's what I'm looking forward to next, for sure. I haven't had a Mesa in a long, long time. The last Mesa I had was the triple rectifier, the 150 watt, and it was just a monster. It was a lot. So since I wasn't playing any stadiums anytime soon, I decided to get rid of it. But that was a long time ago. I've bought and sold so much stuff since then. I have fun flipping gear. I have a good time doing it. So I invited Laz on this trip. No Laz on this one. He's a busy guy. He's got a lot going on, so he couldn't make it happen. So I'm just flying solo. Heading down to see Starzero and San Clemente, and then and San Clemente is only about 45 minutes from the Kiesel factory, so I'm hoping I can give them a call around 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and see if they can accommodate me. I think that'd be freaking awesome. So, this might just turn into a little vlog of me just BSing about my trip down to see Starzero again in LA. Once again, if you guys happen to, if you guys need to check them out. If you haven't heard of Starzero yet, you need to hear them. They sound great. The producer, Cameron Webb, just did a fantastic job making them sound their best, and it's cool. It's cool to be able to capture that on an album, which the whole album's not out yet. I believe it's coming out in August, but for the time being, that's they got a couple songs out on YouTube. Look up Starzero. I would start with Dark Side as their kind of I would call their hit song. I think it's really, or it should turn into a hit rather. I guess it's not yet, but it should be because it's a killer song. So definitely go check them out as soon as you can. So in order to get the Badlander, you guys, I just briefly had that King of Tone pedal, and I ended up trading that for the Badlander plus some money, and I think it worked out good for both me and the seller. So I'm really excited about getting that 50 watt amp in there. I haven't had a big boy amp in a while. All my amps lately have been 20 watts or under, so to have another 50 watt amp again to be able to hit hard it's gonna be fun. Oh, and also I had to, since the Mesa Boogie does not have a 16 ohm out, I had to rewire my my orange 2x12, that vertical 2x12. So I rewired it for 8 ohms, which it was actually really easy to do with the way it was already wired in there. I just needed to wire it parallel, and so I just looked up some wiring diagrams, and it literally just asked me to move one wire and then add one more wire. So it was like 2 things and it was done. It was super easy. So if you ever need to do that, don't be afraid to do it. It's really easy. So I got a 4 ohm cabinet now, and 4 ohms at 50 watts should be pretty freaking loud, which I don't have a big place, so I can't be too loud, but it should be fun to turn up every once in a while. And fingers crossed, if I ever do make it to a stage, I think that'd be fun to have a big amp to turn up if I need to, and just have the headroom that I need. Because 50 watts for me should be plenty. I know some people run 100 watts and all that, but I don't think I'll ever get there, but we'll see. It'd be cool to get there, that's for sure. Oh man, but that Kiesel's gonna be sick. I'm really excited about it. I'll talk about that real quick. It's a solo model, which is the Telecaster style. 6-string tremolo, Kiesel trim, and it has a roasted maple neck, roasted maple fingerboard, stainless steel frets. Obviously, it has a reverse headstock, the GT headstock, which I like. Same headstock that's on my Kiesel, or my Delos rather, but that it's reverse headstock this time. And I'm doing a double humbucker with a swamp ash body and a flame maple top, all black stain with a raw tone finish, so it's going to be super thin, really resonant. It should be killer, and it's chambered as well, so I'm hoping it comes in at a light weight. If I can get it under the weight that my Delos is, that would be incredible, because my Delos is 7 pounds, and if it comes in lighter than that, ooh buddy, would I be happy. But even to have it in the 7-pound range would be cool. So hopefully I can give them a call in a little bit here, and go pick that up and get my first, set my eyes on it. It's going to be totally blacked out, so it has black chrome, black. Well, I don't know if it's black chrome. It's black hardware. It's not black chrome. It's black hardware. Black pull pieces, black pickups. I did the lithium in the neck and the beryllium in the bridge because I kind of wanted to. I feel like that would even out the brightness, because I feel like the lithium's a little bright, so in the neck it'll be cool, and the beryllium's kind of a neutral, so it should be good in the bridge. Because maybe the lithium would be a little too bright for my taste. Maybe not, but that's the way I went. I've always liked the lithiums. I've always felt like they're underrated pickups. They sound fantastic in my opinion. Just the clarity for days. That's what you can depend on. Hey, we got someone in the chat. What's up? I've been just in here BSing with myself, kind of talking about my road trip. I'm heading down to LA to see Starzero again, and I'm going to be seeing some other people too, some friends of mine, and going to be selling an amp and hopefully picking up my guitar. Ryan Hall, what's up, brother? So it's gonna be a time down there. I'm gonna make a weekend out of it. So still waiting to hear from the buyer of the amp as far as meeting up today, getting the details of all that. But he said he's for sure gonna buy it. So I'm gonna meet up with him hopefully first. Hopefully I can do that this morning, and then head down towards San Clemente and get settled in for a Starzero tonight. I'll grab some lunch down there and chill on the beach. You know, it sounds like a good day to me. What are you up to, Ryan Hall? How you doing, man? Appreciate you stopping in. So I've been on the road since 4. Yeah, I'm buying and selling again, but this time I'm helping out a friend. I'm selling an amp for him, and because he needed the money, and I didn't mind helping him out. Plus, it turned into what's going to be a killer road trip, I think. But yeah, you're right though. I did just sell that PRS, and now I sold the orange. So now I have that Mesa Boogie coming, but hopefully the Mesa's one I keep for a while. The only reason I could see myself getting rid of it is if I could get a good trade on a Mark 5 90 watt, or somehow get a trade on a Mark 7. Then that could entice me to get rid of the Badlander. But outside of that, I think I'm going to be pretty set, because having 50 watts at my disposal, bigger tubes than the 35 watt Mark 5 that I was going to get, I'm all happy about it. I think it's going to be a good setup. Do that orange 2x12 now with the 4 ohm I just rewired last night. Maybe I should have done a video on it, but I was just kind of in a hurry, so I didn't have time to. But yeah, even though I am, always buying and selling stuff, I'm happy with what I have, and I mean, I've had some stuff for a while. I've had my Kiesels for a little bit now, and I've had that Sunbender for a long time. Yeah, that Sunbender I've had for a long time, and that's a pedal I hope, excuse me, it's a pedal I hope I never have to live without, because I really love it. And how many amps can one man try? You gotta try them all, man. You gotta find your sound. No, it's just amps for me. For an amp, I don't fall in love with amps the way I do with guitars. Even though I've had to sell a lot of guitars, there's a lot of guitars I miss. There's guitars I wish I still had, for sure. And money no object, I would still have them. But I just don't get attached to amps in the same way. Like I had a 5150 50 watt, the 5153 that JJ's using. I had that amp and I loved it. I thought it was sick, but I just, I was ready to try something else. You gotta try every flavor of ice cream before you know what you like, you know what I mean? That's how I look at it. Hey, we have a second person in here, right on. Thanks for the thumbs up, I appreciate it. Road tripping. Hey, Dwight Bailey, what's up, man? We're road tripping, heading down to LA, seeing some Starzero tonight. JJ's hooking me up, and hopefully picking up my Kiesel while I'm down there. I'm going to be down in San Clemente for the show tonight, and Escondido is just like 45 minutes away from there. So if Kiesel's cool with me coming by and picking it up, I'm going to definitely do that, and I'll have it today. So that'd be great. And seeing Starzero is always, it's going to be fun. I know it is. It's going to be a pleasure, and hopefully I can tech for him again. Set up, tune up his guitars, make sure they're ready to go, and that's been cool being backstage with those guys and helping them out. And, I'm also selling. I don't know if you can see. I'll see if I can see it back there. It's kind of messy, but there's a 100 watt Marshall back there. It's a 1981. It's a 2203 model. It's been modified, but it's an absolutely sick amp. So I'm selling it for a friend of mine. I found a buyer down in LA, so that's what prompted me to do the road trip. And then I gave JJ a call, and JJ's like, "Yeah, we got a show tomorrow. Come on down." So I just like, hey, let's do it. Let's make a road trip of it. Have some fun. Hey, thanks, Dwight. Appreciate it, man. So yeah, I think I said this, but I started out driving around 4 a.m. this morning, and it's a little after 8, so getting closer. I'm not, driving crazy, but I'm not driving slow either, so I'm making okay time. And considering I'm coming from Sacramento, going all the way down to San Clemente, it's a drive. It's a long drive, so I was ready. I went, left early this morning so I could just have no traffic, and it's exactly what I got. It was great. Yeah, if you guys too, that orange cabinet, I'm really happy with that. That's a cabinet I hope to keep for a while because it's the lightest 2x12 I've had. I had another vertical 212. I had the Victory 212 vertical, and that was about the same. But it sounds huge, and it's just super portable, and I can't see myself living without it. The only thing I want to do really is put casters on it to make it even that much easier to roll around. I think that'd be the move on it. But the creamback, what are their neo creambacks? So they're neodymium magnets. They're a little modern sounding. They sound really crisp, but I think they sound good. They don't sound. They're certainly not muddy. They're just they almost like bright, but they're not harsh at all. It's just they're really clear, but it's also there's something about them. They're slightly different than a regular speaker. That's kind of what I'm trying to get at. A regular Alnico speaker or ceramic speaker. It has a slightly different response, is what I would say, but the sound is great, and they can handle a lot of wattage, so it works for me. And they're light. That's what's cool about them. They're light. So that cabinet 2x12 is only 45 pounds. Normally they're like 60 pounds, for the orange 2x12. So it's a winner for me. And I've done, my fair bit of research on that Badlander amp. I've heard the 100 watt in person, and the 100 watt in person sounds amazing. So I'm hoping the 50 watt sounds, close to as good. And from everything I've heard online, it sounds really good. And like I was telling Ryan Holland here earlier, it has the cab emulation and USB out and all this kind of stuff. So I'm just going to run USB straight into my computer, and it should sound killer. I should be able to bypass the microphone altogether. So hopefully I'll be getting some really good sound in my next coming videos. I'll put it out next week as soon as I get the amp. I'll do a reaction video to it. Maybe I won't do a reaction, but I'll do a video right away. That's for sure. The same day. I haven't had a guitar with a reverse headstock in a long time. That's the only thing about this new Kiesel that's got me a little, not nervous, but like, we'll see how I like it. We'll see how I get along with it. I've never had an issue in the past or anything, but it's always a kind of an adjustment, I guess, in a way. But mostly just for your tuning. It's not really a thing when you're playing, I guess. But I've heard that it changes the tension of the strings a little bit, so maybe I'll notice it, but I'm kind of hoping it does, because I want a little more tension on the low string than I'm getting from my Delos. The Delos is great for, blues and rock and stuff, but when it comes to playing heavier stuff, the 46 on the low E is just floppy. So I'm hoping I can still run a 46 and play in standard, and it won't be floppy. But if it is, I could just go up to 11s, go 11 to 50s or something, and just go that way. Because I like 11s. I just prefer 10s, but I like 11s too. I don't like going smaller. I can't go to 9s. I've tried to get used to them. I just don't care for them. But hey guys, thanks for being here with me. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Need some company on the road trip, Man, so today's going to be a hell of a day. Gotta sell the Marshall. Gonna head down to San Clemente, hang out, hopefully go down to Kiesel, pick up my Kiesel, go see Starzero, and then party with JJ afterward. What a day. That sounds perfect to me. And if for whatever reason let's just say this, I got a friend that, a couple friends that work at a restaurant that I'm super cool with, and that they're awesome guys, and I'm hoping that I can go down there and meet them at some point, meet up with them rather at some point. If I can find the time to, and if they're working and all that, because it'd be better if they're working, because they're, it is that way. Because I just kind of want to surprise them, because I haven't told them I'm coming down yet. And I haven't seen these are guys that I worked with a long time ago when I lived down in LA, and I haven't seen them for a long time, so it'd be cool to stop in and see them. But we'll see. It's always tough because LA is not, especially on the weekends, there's always traffic down there. People trying to go to different spots, and, all touristy stuff too and all that. So it's not an easy city to navigate sometimes, but I love it though. It's a cool city. You just got to be able to stay out of trouble. If you can stay out of trouble, it's a good time. Yeah, JJ and Starzero, they've really influenced me to start playing some heavier music again. I was really in my kind of blues, funk, and alternative kind of stuff, like whatever that I've been playing, which I still like, don't get me wrong. And that was the style of music that I enjoyed playing. And I don't know if it's quite gotten stale for me yet, but it's like, I'm ready to, the Badlander should be sick. And what's cool about the Badlander, if you guys don't know, the cleans on it are actually really good. You can get some like really clean, Fendery cleans out of it, not like the old dual rectifiers. This is like their new flagship dual rec. It can pretty much handle everything. The only complaint that I've heard from people is that it can be a little hard to dial in, but I'm not too worried about that. I've had good luck with stuff in the past and dialing stuff in and all that, so it should be fine. And I'm just glad rewiring that cabinet to 4 ohms was so easy. And like I said, I moved one wire and then added another wire, and it's all fast clips. They had the clips on there already, so I didn't even need to solder. I just used the fast clips, moved one wire, added one wire, it was done. Super simple. So I know this guy that's buying the Marshall. He lives in Hollywood, and he has a YouTube channel called, I want to say Real Hollywood Guitars, something like that. I know I've seen his channel before, but he said he has a bunch of Friedmans and Marshalls and all kinds of cool stuff, and now he's going to have an 81 Marshall 100 watts. So he sent me his info on a text. I'll have to review it a little bit later. Maybe I'll put his info in the description of this video when I post it, or when it posts itself rather. Because it'd be kind of cool to see him, do a video on the amp, because I'm sure he will, because he seems really excited about it, which he should be. It's a cool amp. Just basically the only reason my friend's getting rid of it is that it just has a little too much gain for him. He plays a lot of Americana style music now, and so he's liking the Fender amps for that kind of stuff. So decided to move on from this one. Oh, Ryan, dude. You know what? Laz mentioned that to me the other day, maybe 2 days ago or yesterday, about you sending us a package, man. Dude, that would be so nice. You could definitely send it to Laz. We see each other frequently enough, and it'll be a good excuse for us to get together and play some golf or something, So we'll have to do that. And truthfully, man, I could use a little pocket knife or something. I don't know what kind of knives you have. I don't need anything over the top, but a little pocket knife or something would be cool. And I'll definitely try to think of a way to repay you, man. I know you've been saying you wanted a compressor. I don't know if you're still looking for one, but maybe I can get you one of those. I can figure something out, because yeah, man, having one of those coins or a couple of those coins and a A little pocket knife, that'd be pretty sick, man. I'd be pretty happy with that. And yeah, as far, like I said, feel free to send it to Laz. That's totally cool with me, man. And like I said, it's any excuse to go and hang out with Laz anyway. It's a good excuse, so it's all good. Uh-oh, who's crashing the party? We got a third one. We got a third person. Oh, now we got one person. Everybody left. Oh no. Well, rock on, guys. Well, thanks for hanging out with me for a little bit. I'm gonna stay live for just a little bit and just keep bullshitting here. Hopefully you guys are okay with that. Hopefully someone gets some entertainment out of this. And if not, maybe I am, so. But yeah, I'm kind of hoping that this Badlander is going to help solve my recording problems, because I know my video quality is, it's okay at best. So, I don't know. I'm hoping that just going straight USB in with the cab sim is going to sound great. Ryan Hall, you rock, bro. What other are there any other pedals you're looking for? Anything else you need, man? Something, I don't know. I don't know what your board looks like. What do you have on your board right now? Let's roll out some windows, get a little warm. So heading down to LA. Gonna stop in Hollywood to sell this Marshall 100 watt, and that's my friend Eric's. Getting him some quick money, and gonna be heading down south towards San Clemente and the Kiesel factory, hopefully. I know they're not typically open, the showroom's not typically open on Saturday, Sunday, but I'm hoping they'll make an exception, because I know there's people there, and I'm just picking up a guitar, so I wouldn't have to, hang around or anything. So hopefully they're cool with that. Hopefully I can come through. And I know the first thing I'm going to do with my guitar is take it to Eric that I'm selling this Marshall for, and have him set my guitar up, because he's the best at it. So why not just give it to the best to do it? He set up my Delos, and it plays fantastic. And not to say it came set up poorly, but he just made it slightly better. Better is better. So there you go. I don't know if you guys, put me in the comments later, either now or later, whatever, but put in the comments what Mesa Boogies you've owned, if you've owned any, and let me know what you thought of them. I'm excited to try this Badlander out, man. I'm getting that 50 watt Badlander, like I said. And, Rhino, looking for a compressor and a fuzz. Dude, I got a good fuzz idea for you. What kind of fuzz do you like? I know that could be a tricky question, but I got an idea though for a fuzz pedal for you. So that's what I'm gonna do, man. That's what you're gonna get. You'll get a fuzz pedal from me at some point. Hopefully sooner than later, but I got a good one in mind. Cool. So yeah, okay. So heading down to after I head to Hollywood, meet up with this guy, sell this Marshall, and I head down to San Clemente and then Escondido, go to the Kiesel factory, hopefully pick up my Kiesel, and then head back to San Clemente and fucking party with Starzero, man. Gonna go tune up the guitars for him and bullshit with him backstage and help him set stuff up like we did at the Whiskey, and go party at JJ's afterward, hopefully. Oh, Ryan doesn't have a fuzz. Okay. So basically, would you want a fuzz that cleans up really well, like a 2 transistor fuzz that is like you use your volume control a lot to control it, or would you rather like a 3 or 4 transistor fuzz where it's a little more high gain and not as much clean? Which would you prefer? Because like a 2 transistor fuzz is like a fuzz face and stuff like that that'll clean up when you turn your volume down. And those are fun for getting, those Jimi Hendrix tones and those in-between sounds and stuff. They sound really, really good. That's a lot of what I use my Sunbender for. But then there's 3 transistor fuzzes that'll, give you a little higher gain, and they don't clean up quite as well. And so basically, if you wanted to rock hard with it all the time, and that's all you want to do, then I'll buy you one like that. If you are going the other way and you want something that'll clean up and be a little more of a do-it-all, I would say, I'll get you something like that. Like I said, I got a couple ideas. I've been down the fuzz rabbit hole, so I kind of know it's out there and what would be good for you, And fuzzes are just so much fun. If I didn't spend so much money on my guitars, I'd probably put a fuzz circuit in one of them just for fun. Like a fuzz circuit in my Strat would be hilarious and awesome. So before I went live, I was rocking some old school grunge. I know Starzero's starting the new grunge thing, but I was listening to some old school grunge, some Soundgarden, Bad Motorfinger. What an album. Oh my gosh. Okay, you want a clean one. Clean one it is, bro. I got you. Those are my favorite. Those are fun. Because you can get those in-between sounds where it's like the edge of breakup kind of sound, but with a fuzz, it's fun. Shoot, what was it saying? Blackjack Guitar. What's up, bro? Welcome in. Thanks for coming in, man. But, okay, so Ryan Hall, I'm going to get you a fuzz, some kind of fuzz face. I don't know exactly what yet, but I kind of have an idea. There was one I saw on Reverb a while ago. If it was still up there, I would definitely buy it for you, but I think it's sold. So I'll have to do some looking around, but I'll find something for you. Shoot, what was I saying? I was going to say something about Starzero. I don't know what I was going to say about him, but I'm excited to see him tonight. I know that. They're a bunch of cool guys that are fun to hang out with, and they freaking rock, in my opinion. I love their stuff. I think they're a ton of fun. Bernie is on the drums, is an absolute animal. He's really fun to watch, and having a good drummer like that, it really elevates your band. You can get by with an okay drummer, but when you have a really good drummer, it brings the whole band up, which is awesome. He brings it every time. It's great. I mean, their whole band does, though. They bring it every time. It's fun. And this is a total, kind of spur-of-the-moment thing. I was trying to sell my friend's Marshall for him because he's just got a million things going on, and he needs some money. So I was like, I'll help you out with that. And so I'm helping him sell this Marshall, and we had so many people getting in contact with me, trying to say they were interested, blah, 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 asking me a million questions, only to flake on me and decide last second they didn't want it, okay? It was going all over the place. It wasn't frustrating, but it was starting to get there. And then this guy down in LA called, and he was just all about it. He was like I said, he's on YouTube and all that. I'll put the link below when I'm done with this. And he's just, let's do it. Let's make it happen. And he was, talking about, he's like, I'll pay you gas money if you bring it down to me and stuff. And if not, just ship it or whatever. I'll pay for shipping. And I was like, well, shoot, I know a couple people down in LA. Let's see if I can make a trip out of it. I gave JJ a call, and JJ picked up, and he's just like, I just said, I'm like, you don't happen to have a show this weekend, do you? He's like, yeah, we're playing Saturday. I'm like, can I come? He's like, you want to drive all the way down here? I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go. He's like, all right, let's do it. So, and he's even letting me crash at his place, so he's a great guy. Can't say enough about him. He's an awesome dude. Super nice guy. Keith H. Hey, thanks for coming in, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for keeping me company on the road trip. I was saying earlier, I started driving around 4 a.m. this morning. I woke up at 3:30 wide awake, and I was like, well, I might as well just start driving. At least I won't have to hit traffic. And so, 4.5 hours later, here I am, still on the road, still in the flat Central California nothingness, but, it's what it is. I wish they made that bullet train they were talking about for a long time. I would just take that down there every time. I'd go down to LA every other weekend if they had that train, I swear. Yeah, Blackjack. Yeah, man. The plan came together just perfectly. It's ridiculous. And the fact my Kiesel finished at the same time, I got the email yesterday that the Kiesel finished, and I bought that Badlander, so I'm gonna have the new Badlander next week. New Kiesel, like, it's crazy. Yeah, like Christmas came early for me, that's for sure. Yeah, Ryan, feel free to email me, man. You got my email. You rock, dude. Yeah, and I got a good idea what I want to do to get you what fuzz I want to get you. So I'll give you a hint. It's definitely going to be a germanium fuzz. So one thing you have to worry about is temperature. You want to run it out. It can't be out in the heat, otherwise it probably won't work right. So I'm going to get you a germanium 2-transistor fuzz. I got to figure out which one, but I have some ideas. So I'm going to surprise you with the final result, but it's definitely going to be some kind of 2-transistor germanium fuzz. Because the germanium, it's got like more woolly sound on it when you're in the top, and it cleans up even better than silicone in my opinion. So I think it's the way to go. That's what my Sunbender is germanium, and it's just perfect. So I think that's going to be just what you need, bro. And fuzzes are more fun than compressors anyway, so that's why I wanted to get you something a little more fun. Okay, Los Angeles, 108 miles, so we're getting there. Still a little ways to go. I don't have my foot down all the way, so I'm not gonna get there too quick. I'm trying to actually get some decent gas mileage because I don't want to spend too much money on this trip, And my car is one of those cars where when you go slow, it gives you great gas mileage. When you go fast, it tells you to go F yourself. It just drinks it. But man, they finished my Kiesel in under 8 weeks. Running like a well-oiled machine. Oh, dude, you got a wah pedal already? Yeah, wah pedal with fuzz is so much fun. Fuzz goes there, as long as you a decent way to use it and get a lot of sounds out of it. It's better than playing, super modern stuff. But even if you are, the clean sounds you can get from a fuzz they're really good. I think you can get a better clean sound through a fuzz than without one, myself. Yeah, I never thought my clean tone would include a fuzz pedal, but here we are. The only other pedal that I don't want to say I could give away because I'm too poor, but if anybody wants to trade me, let's put it that way. If anybody wants to trade me, I do have an MXR carbon copy that's in perfect condition that I don't think I'm going to use as much anymore. So if someone wants that, you can either make me an offer or trade me or something for it, or just bug me and I'll give it to you, whatever, something like that, But it's a cool pedal, and I just, sometimes I just rather give it to someone let someone else enjoy it, and that makes me feel good. So I'd rather just do it that way. But like if I can work out a trade like with Ryan, like Ryan's giving me a knife and some coins and stuff, if you want to give me some kind of trade, that'd be awesome. I think it'd be a cool way to do things. And you wouldn't have to give me the full value of the pedal. Wouldn't care about that. But anyway, because my pedal board is shrinking by the second. I don't have hardly anything on there right now. And I'm kind of okay with that. I'm okay with just running my fuzz, a compressor, and my looper, truthfully, and just let the amp do the rest of the work. Because now I have a 2-channel amp that's completely controllable. I could have 2 clean channels if I want. I could have clean and crunch. I could have 2 heavy gain channels. Whatever I want to do with that amp, it'll let me do it. So really the only thing I have to think about with that Badlander is if I want to put 606s in it instead of the EL34s that come with it. Because I typically like 606s, but I've kind of come around on the EL34s. I think I think they sound good. I didn't really. I don't know if I want to say I didn't grow up with the Marshall sound, or the Marshall sound wasn't necessarily what I was always listening to, maybe. So maybe that's why the 606 and 6V6 sound has always, perked my ears. But like I said, I have kind of come around. The EL34 sound good too. Ryan Hall's got a carbon copy deluxe. Cool, bro. Those are cool. Yeah, I like the carbon copy. I do. Even though it might not seem like it because I'm talking about giving it away, but I do like it. I think it's a cool pedal. It sounds great. I mean, it's kind of industry standard. It's kind of an industry standard delay pedal. I truthfully like it just as much as the Boss Waza delay that I had, which I really liked. I thought that was a really nice delay pedal. And the carbon copy is just as good. The modulation is fantastic. I really like the modulation available on it. Just gives you a slight bit, and you can adjust it inside if you want more. And I think out of the box, it's perfect for me. So it's cool little pedal. And I mean, shoot, a delay pedal is always nice to have too. So I guess it's whatever. If it just sits for a little while. But and you guys have to tell me if you guys have done any direct recording through like a USB recording just straight from an amp, and tell me what kind of luck you guys have had with that, because I've never done it before, and I'm hoping that it's as easy as it seems, because it seems like it'd be as simple as you think, Oh, those DoD delays, I know those are cool. I actually won a DoD stereo flanger from JHS from Josh Scott. It was one of his personal pedals. He was doing a giveaway and I won it. I just sold it. I didn't like it that much. It was okay, but I feel bad though, because I don't feel bad. It's like, it would have been cool to still have Josh Scott's pedal and be like, yeah, this is his, but you could probably say that about 1,000 million pedals out there now, because he's owned them all. Josh Scott is one of my favorite humans. I'm so glad he's in the pedal business. It suits him perfectly. He does a good job. So does Analog Man. Analog Man is a genius. That guy. I feel like Analog Man took the phrase, keep it simple, stupid, and took it to the nth degree and just said, we're going to make these things just the way they should be. They're going to sound perfect, and that's all they're going to do is just be little boxes of perfection, and we're going to make nothing else. No money grabs, no this, no that, just good quality audio products. Even the Albatross, goddammit. Starting to get to the big mountains here. I can see the grapevine. we're getting there. I don't know if I'm gonna have reception of the grapevine, so that might be the end of the video. But man, LA, this is, the second time I've been to LA in the last month, over the last month, and it was muggy both times. It's looking like it's going to be muggy again. I don't know exactly what the cause of that is, but it's just a cloud over LA. Cool, Ryan Hall. Been recording for years. That's awesome, man. I need your advice. Like I said, hopefully it's as easy as it seems, because with the microphone it's really easy, and that's a USB microphone. So I'm hoping it's the same thing, same kind of way to do it. Because yeah, what's really surprising is the clean tone, or are the clean tones on the Badlander. They sound really good. I heard a guy playing blues through the 100 watt, and that's what sold me on it. Because I was like, this guy's killing it through some blues on a what's supposed to be a monster gain amp, and it just sounded great. So looking forward to it. And for those of you who don't know, I had a deal lined up for a Mesa Boogie Mark V 35, which has 4 EL84s, and the guy ended up bailing on the deal, and so I ended up buying the Badlander instead. And truthfully, I'm happy about it, because I typically like bigger bottle tubes than the EL84s, even though I'm okay with the EL84s. But I prefer, 606s, the EL34s and stuff. So I think I got a better deal. I think it worked out anyway. So sometimes things are just meant to happen. You just got to let them happen, Try not to get too upset about someone not being honest about things or whatever, It is what it is. You just got to let it go. Same thing about driving to LA and doing long drives. This is going to be about almost 1,000-mile trip there and back. And you just can't let people get to you. There's too many bad drivers, and everybody's got something going on, so you just gotta play it cool. But yeah, first stop in LA is hopefully going to be in Hollywood to meet the buyer of this amp, and I hope to get this thing sold right away, so I don't have to worry about it the rest of the weekend, and I can just have a good time. So hopefully that all goes smooth, and that's going to really determine the day, as long as this guy's able to meet up today. And the fact that it's a weekend, it should be fine, I would think. I was just talking to him last night, so, and we were talking about me coming down and delivering it to him, so it should be all good. So far the plans come together really well, so I think it'll keep happening. I'm staying optimistic. Oh. Okay, Ryan. Dude, you should send me an email about that, or take a picture of it. Because I'm definitely interested in hearing, learning more about digital recording. Because I don't know squat about it. I took audio engineering classes, but it was with all, basically analog stuff. So it's, it's kind of cool. I know how to use whatever, and I can, I've recorded a band before and things like that, and it came out good. I did a good job, but it was part of a class, so I had someone to answer my questions if I had a question, so there's that. But I just don't know. I know about computers, but every program is different. Everything, everything's always slightly different, so just getting over that first hump for me can be a little tough. I'm just learning how to execute everything, because once I get it going, it's not too hard. Yeah, it's starting to get a little warm. I'm gonna roll the windows down. Yeah, and it's supposed to be a warm one in LA today, comparatively to how it's been. It's supposed to be 90 today, so it's gonna be hot, which 90 is not too hot yet. I'm just glad it's not triple digits. Yeah, once you start getting if you get up to 110 degrees, you won't find me in a good mood. It'll just be me all sweaty and pissed off. So I'm just glad it's not that hot. So Lexicon I've obviously heard of, but I haven't heard of that other brand, Fostex. I haven't heard of that. Oops, there's all kinds of... They're cutting the weeds in the center divide, and there's a bunch of tractors that are spilling onto the highway. MR8 8-track. Both are digital and USB. That's cool. Because, yeah, we did... I mean, I guess they had to have some kind of digital conversion the way that we recorded them, now that I think about it, because we did put them on CDs when we finished the recording. So that's what I mean, like, once you know how to use it, it's not hard, because it's like, it just works, because you know how to use it, but... And plus, I mean, that's just stuff I don't have. I don't have a analog to digital converter, and I don't have my computer's decent, so I'm sure I could, figure out ways to make it all work, but I'm still trying to get good at guitar, So, I gotta get good at guitar before I start recording myself. That Kiesel I'm getting, hopefully today, is going to be a monster. It's for those of you guys that didn't hear, it's a Kiesel Solo, so it's the Telecaster style. I did a double humbucker with a tremolo. It's going to be, and it has a reverse headstock, and it's all blacked out. So it's going to be kind of like the Jim Root Telecaster in a way, but it should be a little better in my opinion. They have a swamp ash body, chambered with a flame maple cap, and it's a 5A flame maple cap, so I'm excited to see how it turned out. Yeah, it would have been a $3,000 guitar, but I got bunch of savings on it they had an Easter sale, and it happened to be Jeff's birthday the day that I ordered the guitar, so I got crazy amount of savings. I got that 5A flame maple top for free, and I got the chambering for free. I got the swamp ash body for free. I got the roasted maple neck for free. It was ridiculous how much stuff I got for free on that guitar, and they finished it in less than 8 weeks. It's like, man, what can you say? I mean, I haven't got it yet, so I can't say it's perfect because I haven't seen it, but my first one was, and every Kiesel I've had has just been perfect, so I have full confidence that it's going to be good, Okay. Ryan Hall, cool. Oh, man. And I was also hoping I could help Laz get his studio set up so we could do some recording there too. I think that'd be cool to go record at Laz's sometime, but he just, he's being pulled in a million different directions, and he's got to focus on what's important right now, which I totally understand. And I hope everybody else understands too, because I feel like sometimes, it's fun to, Laz is a great guy, and it's fun to joke around with him and stuff, but he's a hard-working dude, and he does a lot for people too. So just if you find yourself making fun of Laz, just pump the brakes a little bit. He doesn't have time to think. He's literally thinking while he's working. That's the only time he has time to think. Love you, Laz. So coming up to the hills here. Should I flip this around? I don't know if I can flip this around or not. Oh yeah, I can. Okay, here we go. So we got the grapevine coming up here, straight dead ahead. I have a feeling I'm going to lose you guys in the mountains here, but here's the last stop before the grapevine, and everything here cost $1 million. Gas is $500,000 a gallon. And so don't stop here. Pro tip. I wanted to see if I could actually see his gas sign, but there wasn't one. Literally gas in there is probably $7 to $8 a gallon, sorry. Hey, cheers, Blackjack. I feel the same way, man. So there's the grapevine straight ahead of us, the big crevice there. It's the road that leads you to Los Angeles from the north. I agree, Ryan. I hate saying it. I didn't want to say any names, but I agree. You know, that's part of the reason why I haven't been watching as many shows lately, or been in the chats as much lately. Is just, you know, I don't like negativity, you know, and it all makes sense to me why it's, you know, what it is, but I want us to all be friendly and build a positive thing, and not be talking shit about each other. It's not fun, you know. It's just like, what are we in high school still? We need to, you know, pump ourselves up by pushing others down, you know. So it's not how I live, not how I want to live. So, but for the most part, everything's cool, you know. I mean, everything is cool. It's just, yeah, I just want people to be positive and not, you know, not be so critical when they're not really thinking it through, you know. They're kind of just taking things at a very surface level, and that's it, you know. So anyway, yeah, and for me, I like constructive criticism, not just criticism. Like when you're just criticizing to criticize, it's like, what, you know, everybody's got an opinion, just like everybody's got an asshole, you know. That's so. I would like the criticism to be constructive, because whenever someone gives me constructive criticism, I usually don't get upset about it. I don't think I do anyway. I try not to. But when it's just open criticism, that's just like, you know, who needs that? You know, we all got shit we're dealing with and life we're juggling. So I don't know. I just want it to be a positive thing. That's all. And truthfully, you know, Laz's channel is supposed to be music therapy. It should be music therapy, Laz. It should, you know, it should be music therapy, not people arguing about the setup of something. You know, it's like, that's not the therapy part of music for anybody. I've never found a single person that loves arguing about setting up equipment. I've never found one. So I'm only 34, but I think I figured that part out. Okay, so we're on the Grapevine. I hope I still have you guys here with me. I'm just cruising up the Grapevine. I'm not going fast because I have full faith in my car, but I'm just not going to push it. I'm just going to cruise because this Grapevine is famous for having people pulled over and broken down, and I just don't want to be that guy today. Don't want to have to call AAA. Let's get you some view of the hills here. It looks beautiful. The hills look much bigger in person, let me tell you that. Well, thanks for hanging out with me, guys, on my impromptu road trip down to LA. I'll recap again. I'm going to be selling my friend's 100-watt Marshall, 1981, first year. Selling that one, and then hopefully heading down to Kiesel, pick up my new Kiesel that just finished yesterday, and go to see Starzero play tonight. And I'm sure I'll find some time to kick it on the beach or something. And hopefully go see some old friends, you know, at their restaurant. So, I'm trying to make it as full of a weekend as I can. Hey, thanks, Black. Yeah, LA's rough. There's no doubt about it. You know, I'm one of those people. I used to be a naysayer about everything. Like, nah, it can't be that bad. Nah, it is. There's some really rough spots, but yeah, you just gotta stay in trouble. If it could be a really good. But if you go looking for trouble, you will find it. Let me promise you that. You will find it. And it'll find you sometimes, but you just gotta know how to keep your distance, I guess. Hey, Ryan Hall, thanks for cruising with me, bro. You're here for about an hour with me. I appreciate it, man. You have a good time. I'll get you that fuzz pedal soon. And yeah, I'll tell JJ you said what's up. I hope you still have those pics I gave you, bro. Cruising. I love this no traffic. This is 100% the reason why I wanted to leave early. Just look at this. There's just no one out here right now. A couple trucks. Who gives? No big. Hey, you rock, Blackjack. Back around. Oh, rock on, guys. Uh-oh, see, someone's having some trouble up here. I see smoke. It looks like a truck, though. Ruh-roh. Ay, caramba. All smoky, huh? Keith, I hear you, bro. Yeah. LA is something. Los Santos. It could have been a blown tire. It looked like something to do with his tires. My first thought would be brakes, but it's like we're going uphill, so no, just because of the smoke. But because I've seen people burn out their brakes before, but that's going to coming back from Tahoe. So yeah, it must have blown a tire or something. I couldn't quite see. Oceanside. That's cool, man. I would have loved to grow up down, in Southern California. I like Northern California, but I feel like SoCal's a little more chill, a little more laid back, and just go with the flow a little more. Where sometimes it seems like it's go with the flow in Sacramento, but really it's follow the leader in Sacramento, so it's really cliquey. I feel like Sacramento's really cliquey, so it's like once you get into certain groups it's cool, but when you're not, it's like people aren't that as friendly as you think they should be sometimes. But maybe that's just my experience. I don't know. Glad I still have you guys with me. Glad my phone's holding up. I was not sure that it would. Yeah, I'm a Cali boy, though. I love California. He said, yeah, I'm old. Not that old. Not too old to rock, man. Oh, Ryan Hall. Good bro, man. You're a good dude. Man, I wish I grew up in the 80s. I was born in the 80s. I didn't quite grow up in the 80s. I wish I would have, because I've heard nothing but good things. I'm just hoping, you know, things work out between me and Starzero and whoever wants to take them on tour. I think that'd be pretty amazing to go, you know, tour with them. If they would have me, I think that'd be incredible. So I'm kind of secretly, not so secretly, hoping that happens. I think that'd just be awesome. So part of the reason I want to go down there to, you know, traveling with a band would just be the best. It's just what I've wanted to do for a long time, and I'm still single, so why not? You know, let's do it. And I feel like I've teched for JJ 2 times now, and quote unquote teched. It's just, you know, setting up his guitar for him, making sure it's playing right and everything, and mostly just tuning, you know. And it's not. Both times I helped him out, his guitar stayed in tune and they sounded great. So hopefully that, you know, hopefully that matters, you know. Still going up the Grapevine, going up in elevation. I think the Grapevine, the road itself gets up to 4,000 feet, which is, you know, it's a lot for going from nothing. It's a quick climb. Man, I've had just that one Kiesel, that one guitar for a long time. For me anyway, I'm used to having at least 2 guitars, you know. So having that second guitar again is going to be awesome. Having some humbuckers is going to be great because all I have are my single coils right now. Which, the more I play single coils, though, the more I love them. I think you can nail any genre with them. Truthfully, if you have the right amp and stuff, you can play metal with. Easier, you know, you got to be on your volume and, you know, playing, but man, they can sound really good. And I'll prove it next week when I get my Badlander. I'll play the Kiesel through that. Boo. Man. Cops ruining the live music, that's no fun. The cops should have just joined you guys and came back there and partied with you. So that's what would have been the problem if I was a cop. That would have been just like super bad. And I'm just been a jerk of a cop, just doing whatever I want. No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't have, but I would always be tempted to just goof off. It's like, I can't get in trouble. Okay, on the descent now. Made it past the tough stuff. Hey, what kind of strings are you guys all running right now? If you guys you're still here, let me know. What kind of strings are you guys running? Because I'm still trying to find a perfect string kind of thing without spending a boatload of money like the NYXLs. I like the NYXLs, but they're just too much money. I can't drop $15 on a pack of strings every time I change my strings. That's just too much. I like Ernie Balls okay, but I feel like I need to keep them, you know, very, very clean, otherwise they go bad really quick. The DR strings that I have, that I'm using most right now, I think are my most consistent favorite string. But Diodario strings too I like, so I gotta nail it down. I gotta figure out a set that's gonna work for me. Because I have a feeling the 10 to 46 that I'm using on my Delos is not going to quite work for the solo that I'm getting. I think the Kiesel solo is going to need maybe some 11s, maybe 11 to 50s or something like that. So we'll see. We'll see what I end up doing. So what I could do is I could have that guitar at E flat. I could have the solo in E flat, have 11 to 50s on it to give it, loosen up the tension a little bit. Yeah, I mean, Ryan, I'm not sure if there's necessarily a space for me or not. I haven't asked JJ. Laz kind of floated the idea out there to JJ, which was really cool of him to do. But certainly no promises. Certainly nothing is even necessarily in motion yet. It's more just a hope, like, hey, I've helped him out a couple times. Maybe there's a chance he would take me on tour with him, And I'm just kind of hoping that way, but I'm not, I'm certainly not counting on it. But what a great experience would that be if I, got to go tour with them. Because I would do whatever the hell they need me to do, and whatever help they needed, moving stuff, setting up guitars, wrapping cables, whatever the fuck they needed me to do. I know guitars and music well enough to help, and I've helped other bands in the past, just not in a full touring sense before. So, fingers crossed, it'd be fun. Really, that's interesting. I just read your comment, Blackjack. At the Roto Sun, they give you an extra high E. That's interesting. I've never heard of that happening before. Rotosonic. I'll have to check them out. Yeah, see, that's what I gotta do, Ryan. My bad habit is I use the Diodario Accelerate, the string cleaner stuff, and I'll wipe down my string before I play, but I don't wipe them down after I play, and that's the big mistake I always make. I'm always just like, I'm done, and put it down, and I move on. And that's why I know my strings get messy quick. But the Diodario Accelerate stuff really helps with my strings corroding, though. So the strings have been lasting a lot longer, even though they still die out on me. But they've been lasting a lot longer, not rusting and all that. Because I have really acidic hands, so whenever I get my hands on strings, they just rust if they don't have protection. So it is what it is. Yeah, that's good, Ryan. That's a good habit to have. Oh, that looks cool. Let me get you some of this. Down in the valley here of the top of the mountainside. Yeah, it's been a super smooth drive down here, thank goodness. Haven't hit any hitches. I hope it continues that way. Knock on wood. Yeah, maybe I should switch back to Diodarios, because they're cheap and they're nice and bright, which I like. Because I don't like, the Slinkies are okay. They have like a rattle to them. I don't know how to explain them. Like, it's almost like they're meant for Strats and Tellies only kind of thing. Like, that's almost how I feel about them. Which I guess I'm gonna have a Strat and a Telly, so there's that. But not really. Kinda, but kinda not. You know what I mean? Oh, but entering Angeles National Forest. I have some shells, a real shell thing from Hawaii that an old friend gave to me. It's a constant reminder to not drive like a jerk. I need to be a good driver. Gotta have something to remind me. Yeah, I agree, Keith. Anyway, you guys rock. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks so much for stopping in and hanging out with me. I'll see you guys later.